Thank you, Matt. I am here in a hotel in Colombo, Sri Lanka, the nation's capital. I've spent the last week here learning about the culture firsthand, and I have to say what I have found is just absolutely amazing. When you walk down the street here, you just see countless acts of generosity within minutes. The locals giving each other helping hands, charity to the homeless, and most everyone is quick to answer questions if you have them with a smile on their face. The thread of Buddhism that reigns here in Sri Lanka is called Theravada. What that means is we have a form of the religion that is widely considered to be the closest to the original form of Buddhism when Siddhartha started it all in India. They use the Pali language even in their worships, the birth dialect of Siddhartha, and have the greatest emphasis on nirvana. Now, nirvana is the concept which all Buddhists are seeking to obtain. The belief here is that we are all stuck in this cycle of building up good and bad karma, and once we pass on, we are reincarnated in a form that suits the karma we have built up over our lifetime. This is known as samsara. Nirvana is a break from this cycle, and the best I can describe it for the people back home is that instead of being reincarnated in the physical world, you can then become one with the energy of the universe. This concept, it seems, provides the perfect vehicle for what we see here in Sri Lanka. The religion heavily promotes compassion and love for everything around you. What we see, it is all an illusion, and the totality of life is that we are all pieces of a much bigger whole. Understanding, intent, speech, behavior, livelihood, effort, meditation, contemplation. These are the things that Buddhists are taught to focus on. The Eightfold Path, as it is called, provides the guidepost, and if they are all in line, it is believed that the Buddhist has a much greater chance of achieving this spiritual nirvana. The Buddhism here does a wonderful job of keeping these concepts open to interpretation on an individual level, taking into account the full diversity of life and by proxy the people living in it. The Buddhist even believes that the non-Buddhist will one day eventually reach nirvana through several lifetimes and coming ever closer to an awakening. The influence of Buddhism is extremely palpable and strong here in Sri Lanka. As you walk around, you can see many statues of the original Buddha as well as other symbols that are tied to the religion. Although accepting, a great deal of respect is expected in return as it takes slights against the Buddha very seriously. For example, posing for a picture in front of one of these statues is a punishable criminal offense. It has been a wonderful experience over the last week learning and soaking in this new environment. I have learned a lot, and I think the rest of us back in the United States could learn a lot too. We have a culture that is propelled by the success of achieving more and more goods. Here the philosophy is the opposite. The desires which propel us as Americans are what cause suffering or dukkha to those here. It is a cessation of those desires which allows one to transcend into nirvana. I look forward to my last few days here, learning more, but I am very much looking forward to returning home to share more in depth what I have found here. Thank you.